Hi, and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect and combine data which is located in different Excel files or maybe in different sheets of an Excel file. I will use Power Query for that. Combining and connecting data which is located in different sources could be helpful and can save us a lot amount of time when we are working with big amounts of data. For example, as you can see in this Excel file, I have the project ID, project name, project location, project budget, and project start date. In the meantime, I have another data related to this data, but is located in a different Excel file in here, as you can see. In Excel file number 1 in here, we have the project names, the project budgets, and the project start dates. In table number 2, or the file number 2, we have the budget spent for each project, which is given in front of the project code, and the percentage completed of each project. Now in here, if we go back to our file number 1, in here we want to see the budget spent for each project and maybe the percentage completed for each project. That's why we will use the Power Query and connecting different tables from different sources in Microsoft Excel. So let's get started and let me show you how to connect data in Microsoft Excel using Power Query. In order to get started with, first of all, we will go to Data. From here, we will go and select New Query, and we will select from File. Our Power Query supports different formats of the files. For example, we can import data from an Excel workbook, we can import data from a CSV file, or maybe XML file, or text, or maybe from a folder. From here, since we had our data located in another Excel file, we will select from Workbook. And here we want to connect the table 1, which contains this data, with table 2, so I'll select table number 2 and click Import. I'll select the sheet name in here where our data is located. As you can see, there are a number of empty cells in here which needs a bit of cleaning. So before loading the data, we'll go and edit our data. In order to remove the blank rows, we will go to Remove Rows and select from here, Remove Blank Rows. So the rows which we didn't need will be removed from here. Besides that, we have a number of empty columns on the right in here as well. We have to remove that as well. In order to do that, we will select the columns that we need to retain. Go to Remove Columns and select Remove Other Columns. As you can see, the columns that we had selected remained, and the column that we did not select, they were removed. On the right here, all of your steps are shown. In case you do any mistake and want to go back, you can remove the step from here. As you can see, the step of removing columns was removed from here, and the empty columns in here returned back. To again remove these columns, I'll select the columns that I need and go to Remove Columns, Remove Other Columns. In here, as you can see, our titles are located in row number 1 instead of the title bar in here. So in order to convert them to headers, from here, we will go use first row as headers and click this one. This will be converted to the headers of the table. By right-clicking here, we can change the type of the numbers in here. For example, this is currency. Now, I will import another table, which is table number 1, into Power Query. I'll go to New Sources, File, from here, Excel file, and I'll select table number 1 and import it into Power Query. From here, I'll select the sheet number 1. Okay. I'll go to Remove Rows, Remove Blank Rows, and as you can see on the right here, we do not need these columns, so I'll select the columns that I need, and from here, Remove Columns, I'll go to Remove Other Column. Next thing is to make the first row as headers of this table. So I'll go to Use First Row as headers, and as you can see in here, everything seems to be okay. And now in order to connect both the tables and have the information in a single table, I'll go to Merge Queries. Table number 1 is selected in here. For the second table, I'll select table number 2. As you can see, the only mutual thing between these two tables is the project ID. So I'll select the column in here, and I'll select the column in here. I'll click OK. And as you can see, I have this icon in here. If I click this one, what information do I want to see? So the information that I need to see will be the project budget spent and the percentage completed, and then I'll click OK. And as you can see on the right here, the budget spent and the percentage completed is shown in here. Now, since everything is okay, I'll go to close and load. As you can see, now, as I had in table number 1, I had the project ID, project name, project location, project budget, and project start date. But in this table, besides those values, I have the budget spent and I have the percentage completed. So if any further analysis is required to be done on this data, we can do it. For example, create dashboards, create pivot tables, and everything. I hope you liked the content of the video. If you did so, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and following us on Instagram and LinkedIn. Thank you very much for watching.